Welcome to Manifesting Through Motherhood. I'm your host, Lindsay Williams, a self-development mentor, entrepreneur and author, dedicated to helping busy mums like you manifest success, balance and create passive income on your terms. With years of experience in mindset, manifestation, fitness, parenting and business growth, I share simple yet powerful strategies to help you transform your life without the overwhelm. If you're ready to up-level your mindset, build a thriving business and create the life you truly deserve, you're in the right place. You can also find all my books on Amazon, packed with tools to help you manifest and grow. So don't forget to follow the podcast to be updated on all new episodes. And let's get going. Welcome back, ladies. How is everybody doing this morning? It's a Saturday morning and I thought I'd do a sneaky podcast. It's actually my dad's birthday. My dad's just been and he's taken Harrison for a walk to the pie shop. So it's pie for lunch. But I'm actually just waiting for National Tyres to come and fit me 4 new tyres. So the great thing is I'm busy. I don't have time to go and sit and wait. So I've booked in a mobile person. And it's on your front. You don't have to leave the car, mess around, empty your car. This is what life is about. Is doing things for you that makes your life easier as a busy mum. Because this is what we need. I work from home. It was supposed to be yesterday, but my second day was today. I was going to take my dad out for breakfast, but I knew it would end up moving into the next day, which is fine because I've nothing planned. I didn't book any clients in, and I'll go and have pie at my dad's. So I'll just wait. I mean, hopefully they'll come soon. So I thought, they've gone out. I'm going to do the podcast now. I was up really early because I got up at 7 and thought my husband's gone to work. So I thought I better go get my hair done. You know what? I feel so much better for getting up. And one of my listeners, Z, she messaged me and she was saying that she listened to one of the episodes. I think it was the one where I talked about just getting up, getting ready, getting things sorted. And she said it does work because it does. She has been doing that because I think if you get up and you are productive and you get yourself ready for the day, you'd be surprised what you can and can't do because your mindset is in such a good place. Actually, as I was recording that, I went and listened back to the voice note she sent me. And she said she does a school run and she might be in a tracksuit bottoms and nobody does see you at school. I do walk my son into school most of the time. Just depends if there's any disabled bays and then I can park in and walk him in because the weather's been quite bad. But usually I would park and I'd have to escort him into school because I don't use the transport because I don't live too far away and he doesn't want to go with other children. So at the minute I'm still doing the school runs. I mean, mostly in high school you wouldn't take your children to school, but he's not the typical mainstream person, is he? So, but she said what if I just got up them 10 minutes early and just get yourself ready? And even if it's just getting up in the morning, putting some oil on your face. I've been using those eyebrow brushes with a bit of just lift your eyebrows up a bit. Just making sure every part of me is sorted. Every part of me is taken care of, like my eyebrows. I've not got any whiskers and, any Tasha, or I've done my dermaplaning and my ears are clean. And, there's little things that if we look really close in the mirror, well, horrified, those magnifying mirrors. I don't know, since I've turned 40, you can see certain things on your face. But I'm having a little bit of a spiritual cleanse and upgrade, I feel at the minute. I feel this last couple of weeks, so I started talk therapy 2 weeks ago and I went the other day and I'm we were obviously when you go to talk therapy and I coach people and counsel people, but I don't do any coaching for myself apart from the work that I do. And I didn't have any grief counsel when Nan died. So I thought, I'll just, now's the right time. The thing is, I do a lot of this work myself. And it's nice just to offload sometimes to other people and they get what you're talking about. And we're very similar, me and the lady, which is quite good. Somebody can get you. And a lot of the thing that I'm talking about at the minute and the strategies I'm doing at home is worry management. And I spoke to my doctor. One thing that did come up is possible ADHD. Because a lot of the things I flip a lot to different things. So when you talk to me, a lot of people do say, I'll be talking about something, then I'll be on to the next. And to me, it's completely normal because I have friends that are like me. My friend Sarah, we flip. We talk about different things. we have the ability to do that, but not everybody is like us. And then that's when we get people that say to us is, oh, you're not normal, or, take a breath. But that is just us, that's our personality. And it's hard because I can fidget, I can like have 100 tabs open in my brain, but I'm very productive with it. So the thing is, I am productive with everything that I do. I'm a bit of an overachiever, but sometimes I probably, because maybe I'm masking, maybe I'm going through things like grief. So the more the things that we go through in life, I throw myself into more manifesting magic and doing more journaling, and I've been doing more this week. So a lot of it is, we're covering like a bit of worry management. And I didn't realise how much, I think because of my son having his knees, I do worry, like subconsciously worry. I worry about hypothetical things that happen. Like my son, for instance, he's gone for a walk with Grandad. And I'm nervous, but he's gone with his granddad, because what I'm nervous as is, and it sounds really silly, my mum will be listening to this, is it's near a busy road, which is fine, he'll hold granddad's hand. Whether he's 5'5", he will have to hold his hand or link his arm. And I just worry about common dangers, not my dad taking him out. It's just my son. So hypothetically, I've got scenarios, but I have to let that go. And this is the thing that I'm doing now for me. I worry about my husband going to work at 5 o'clock in the morning on the motorway. I absolutely hate it, because I worry something's going to happen to him, and then our family's going to be broke apart. And I don't know if that's triggered by grief or triggered by just being me and my brain. This, like, whether it's ADHD or not, I don't know. Like, I don't. We don't bother with labels in this house. It's took all these years to get a diagnosis, but it's good to have some knowledge of you and how you work, because sometimes we don't feel like we're normal because we are a certain way, but we are all normal. We are all on the spectrum somewhere. We're all somewhere in life in the middle of whatever's we've got going on. We all worry about things because we've got the news, we've got social media, everything like just feeds into our anxieties. And I feel like when you get older and you lose people, that doesn't help. So that's something I'm working on now. I'm just writing everything down, because I can mask it. I can just put everything to one side, because I think that's what we do. Because I just try not to let it affect me on my daily life. My mum knows me inside and out, and she gets when I'm masking something, or and then I started to get a bit like not full on anxiety, but I started to feel like, oh, that funny feeling in your chest, and you're like, oh, when you know the feeling when like you don't feel safe. And one of the things that my talk therapist, she said, you go into freeze mode, and it's true, because what happens is my eyes go really glazed. I feel sickly, and I feel like, what's going on? So I feel like my brain's thinking ahead before it gets there. So this is something I'm working on. So it's really good that I'm able to just recognise that now. Get to the nitty gritty, because sometimes we can circle down, can't we, ourselves? I journal and do everything that I do. So if I didn't do this work, I won't, where would I be? So this work helps me. I know it helps people that I work with, because I've got the life skills, I've got the knowledge and the experience through everything. Like, I've been a carer for my granddad and my nan and my son, and we've all been through things in life. I think when you get to your 40s, I feel like we have some life experience. And like I always say, spiritual growth isn't always about crystals and journaling. Sometimes it's about boundaries, rest, and choosing yourself again. So I'm going to be going through like mindset, motherhood, healing, identity growth, nervous system care, and manifestation energy today. So what is a spiritual upgrade? Sometimes it's about outgrowing people or habits. Wanting more peace than drama. That's been me lately. Sometimes it's easy to get involved with friends and their problems and what they've going on, because people ask us for input. But the last couple of weeks, I've just needed to clear my head a little bit. I need to just switch off a little bit. I think it's really important. I need to protect my energy. I've been feeling cold to slow down a little bit. And the counsellor said that. Take a minute for you. You're helping so many people, which I do, which I love. But I'm also in a salon and I'm getting people's energy. And when you're discussing things with clients, you subconsciously like, I'm taking that in. And of course I care and worry about my clients, because they're people, they're my friends. So we're human. anything bothers me, things online on the TV, because that's my nature. I'm an empath. And that's fine, but I've just got to learn to protect my energy and to be able to manage that till the next time. And just make sure that I'm writing everything down and looking after me a little bit more. I've become more self-aware. And that's really important. Knowing what we want, especially when we get to a certain age. We do change, like when I got to 30 and then when I become a mum, and then I became when I went to 30. And then when you get to 40, something changes again. Somebody once told me this and I'm like, oh, I'm always going to be the same, but you're not. Your mind changes so much because it's self-development, it's personal growth. You don't just suddenly wake up different. You start choosing differently. So let's look at self-care as spiritual work. And you don't have to look at spa days, even though we all love a spa day. Like real self-care is saying no without guilt, going to bed a bit earlier, moving your body, eating better for energy, logging off social media, and asking for help. I've realised since doing the talk therapy, I'm a bit of a control freak with the way things are. So I'm starting to let go a little bit. Like I've been controlling my weight management, but I also need a day off. Today I'm gonna have a pie. So what? I'm not gonna think I can't do that because I've got to the goal more or less what I wanted to get to. And if I'm going to maintain my weight, I also have to live a life and do the things that I want to do. If I need to go out or go out for a birthday tea. But I'm really looking at it from another point of view. I'm like working within, thinking like I'm taking like each day, I'm planning everything out, but I'm taking each day as it comes. I'm looking at how I can improve my day for the better. And this week I've been working on self-care, that self-care regulation. And I've been getting all my self-care products out, and I've been doing my eye packs. I've been really indulging. Instead of rushing, like, oh, I've not put my face cream on tonight. Oh, I've not put my leg cream on. I've been working on like putting cream on my feet, shaving my legs every couple of days, not leaving it a week, putting some nice cream on my legs. I've been putting a bit of tan on, my eyebrows, just looking at things that I have here already and think, no, I'm going to take this time today. Instead of rushing and trying to pack everything in, look at everything that I need for me. Our bodies tell us when we need to start looking after us a little bit more, whether that's just a bit of self-care, a bit of exercise. Sometimes we do need to be left alone in our own thoughts, because if we're not, then we kind of like hide things and we mask everything and we don't deal with the problems. So I don't mind my own company at all. I thought, well, like now I'm doing this, my son's only gone up the road. And that's fine, I've just got a minute. I'm just waiting for the guy to come to do my tyres. It could be any time. But it's just allowing to feel nothing, because I'm just constantly thinking all the time. But them tabs that are open in my mind can make me spiral sometimes, because I think, well, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, got to do this, got to do this. And I'm using my energy spoons, like I've said before. I've got to be really careful with our energy spoons, especially if pain management is up in the air. This podcast is sponsored by the My Nora app. If you or someone you love is experiencing coercive control, you need to know about the My Nora app, created by Emma Davey, a survivor and advocate. This powerful app helps you safely collect evidence, protect your well-being, and take back control, discreetly and securely. Download the My Nora app today and start reclaiming your power. Just search My Nora in your app store now. And how do we look at the signs that you're going through a spiritual growth, an upgrade? One thing that I notice is I get less tolerance for negativity. I'm definitely wanting quieter environments. I also question old goals. Look at emotional releases or tiredness, and desire for purpose or alignment. I think we do this once a month. I think from our cycle, whether you're in your cycle or not, we still, as women, I feel like we look at changing and upgrading and look at that main character energy, how we can bring something in. Because we can get a bit bored, can't we, sometimes? Think, actually, how can we do something for us? And that's when we do question old goals. And actually, we've done the goals now, let's move on, what can I do? But we don't want to get that tiredness, because we just feel like it can be overwhelming, and we can be yawning, and we can be like, oh, I don't want to do this now. Sometimes we might be heading towards a goal and we're just like, oh, I'm sick of this. It's like every day I'm doing this. Have a week off. Just think, you know what? I'm just having a couple of days to a week off. Just be kind to yourself. I always say we're not robots. We can condition ourselves to the highest, and I can condition myself all the time. But I also need to be careful that I'm not overdoing it, because I'm working, I'm looking at me. So I've been having some like quiet afternoons. I went for lunch with my husband. I've got this weekend off. And I could have booked clients in. Yes, of course I could have done. But I'm like, no. Because I think when you're in a good place with your money mindset, with your abundance, I feel like money can wait sometimes. Money will flow. And this is where we bring our affirmations and our manifesting in. We can't make money come. We can't make work come our way. Sometimes we have to let it. Once we let go, the universe will say, right, she's having a minute. She's having a release. Let's give her a minute and we'll get her back on track again. And I do feel the universe does listen to me. I'm like, let me just have a couple of days and then let's throw ourselves back into it. It's like working. Whoever you are, you believe in your higher person, your spiritual person. That's that person. We all have our inner thoughts and who we talk to, and we write everything down, and we're planners. There's loads of things that I want to plan and do at the minute, but I'm feeling a block, and I'm like, but you've achieved so much, Linz. Just give yourself a minute. Like, it's going to be March tomorrow, and I'm like, oh, where's it gone? And then it's got half term. We've got a half term coming up again, so it's like, oh, so it's like we're always juggling, and then we've got the kids off, and then they're back at school again. Then we might be going on holiday, and then you're like, what do we do? Where do we go? So life is full on all the time. It's so easy to lose yourself in motherhood and forget who you are, because there's Lindsay mum and then there's also Lindsay. And I said to my husband when we went out for lunch, it's so funny, like when we go out and then we came back and we're so used to our son, mum, dad, up, down. We're so used to that. And it was really quiet, and I said, it's so funny, isn't it, when we're out and we want to carry on talking about him, but we do say we need to talk about us, our relationship, and have a minute, hold hands, not just talking about the same thing all the time. Because outside of parents, we are a couple. I think people forget that sometimes, and especially when you're in the infancy of parenting. Like, I met my husband and everything went really quick. We bought this place after 8 months, and then we booked the wedding. We had a double wedding with my mum and stepdad, and we started trying for Harrison, and within 3 months it happened. My body clock started ticking straight away. So we didn't have a lot of time on our own. But we was both in like long-term relationships before. But we've just found our people, we found us. And we didn't want to keep waiting. We just knew. It was weird, like the universe was like waiting for us to come together. And I always worry now and think, there's another thing I worry about, what if I had not gone out that night? What if I not met you? And it's like, it was meant to be. Things are obviously meant to be, aren't they? But because he's not from my hometown, I think, well, it probably would have been likely I would have met you. And if his relationship wouldn't have brought down at that time, he wouldn't have got out that town with somebody that was from my town. It's funny, isn't it, how things work out? And we are complete opposites with everything. He's not into manifesting. I mean, he likes what I do, but he's very methodical. He's very black and white. But he respects everything that I do, promotes everything that I do, lets me do anything that I want. We've got a good communication channel. We support each other. He helps me. He'll do anything for me. Absolutely anything but we respect each other. We don't abuse each other, and, our boundaries are good. So I think you get to that. I think when you've been together, like 17 years nearly now. So I was like, 17 years in April, like, where has that gone? I feel like, And I never thought, you've been together this long with somebody, it would get better. I think because Harrison's getting older now, even though he's got his needs, he's not a baby. And and because I feel like since we got the diagnosis, it's just cemented everything now. We can kind of work on him and what he needs because we've got answers. It's such a release sometimes when you've got those answers. And that's why I need to look after me and do this talk therapy. And because when you're a carer and you're going through things, it's such an emotional roller coaster because you feel it, you're thinking the worst and what's going to happen and is this going to happen to him, and because of the neurological aspect of MSL2. But I'm not going to try and overthink the hypothetical outcomes because they've not happened yet. As long as I protect him, he's well looked after, I can cover all bases and then just work from there. Because you would just make yourself ill, wouldn't you, if you just worried all the time. I'm constantly worried about my nan till the day she passed away. Absolutely scared to death of her dying. And it did come to that day, and I was a lot stronger than I thought I was. And I just thought I've got to have to carry on with my life because I have a child to look after and she would tell me off. So how can we look at practical spiritual self-care habits? So morning gratitude, I always get up and I write everything. I do it at night and I actually do it in the morning sometimes. I sit here at my little desk because I have a little pink manifest journal and I just write down. It's only a small section that I've made, and it just gives me food for thought. Because if I wrote it down, I think about it throughout the day. I've started doing 5-minute breathing resets, like some EFT tapping, just tapping my chin, tapping my eye, tapping my clavicle and my back of my hand. I'm just giving myself a minute. If you're feeling like I'm in that freeze mode and everything's going really fast, I think because my son can be like full on, I feel like I get a bit like right, and because my energy's a bit like that, it like builds me up more. But my husband's complete opposite. He's very calm and chill, so that's good. I've no aggro from him. So the great thing is he doesn't give me any hassle. But I'll come in here and have a minute. And what I do, I get some like oil, and I've got like a little neon like diffuser. One of my clients got me for Christmas. So I'll spray that. So the smells are important to me. Roll on oil. I put it in my hand or put it on my wrist just to give me that sense, that different smell. It's waking up your senses. My auntie also sent me some, it's like a chestnut drop, and it's good for calming. So I pop that in my drinks. Maybe put some subliminals on or some music. I'm going to start indulging in some more reading. So I do read on my phone, but I feel like sometimes I have to put it on Do Not Disturb, because if I don't, then the problem is I'm looking at messages. So Do Not Disturb is good because it just stops you, because you are more inclined to keep checking our phone. Go for a little walk. The weather has been glorious this week. I know it's rained a bit, but we've actually seen a bit of blue sky. That has made me so much better. I've been looking at some different podcasts. I'm going to do a new playlist for music. You're journaling. Because I think journaling, you can like write everything down, and then at the end of the week, just look at it and think, what am I going through? And that's the way we can counsel ourselves. And because you might be a personal person and you want to just put your thoughts down. They're all right, our thoughts in our head, but how do we tackle them? Right, and look at them. And if something's coming up like grief and worry and children and relationships and just whatever you've got going on, we seem to see a pattern. And people think it's like woo-woo journaling. Journaling is just writing things down. If you want a bit of privacy and you worry about somebody looking at it, do a voice note in your phone and it can transcribe it. And you can write it in your notes section. Or you can ask, if you use ChatGPT, I always ask ChatGPT. I talk about how I'm feeling, and then it like paraphrases it back to me. So that's important as well. So I sometimes say, this is how I'm feeling today, and it honestly gives me so many strategies, and nobody needs to know about it. It's just your journey, however you want to do it. Honestly, if you're not journaling and you're new to the podcast, I want you to every day to think of a little goal for you and what you want to achieve, and journal every day if you've started to challenge that goal, because you can sometimes see a little bit of resistance, but that's good, because then we're like, why are we resisting against doing this? There's always something that's stopping us doing what we want to do, and it's usually within the workplace, it's usually a relationship, it might be your parents. We all have people that can, because we always have that person, if we think I'm going to try this new, I'm going to start doing that. People always have an opinion and say, what are you doing that for? Why are you doing that? People will always say, people saying to me now, you're not going to lose any more weight, are you? And I'm like, what do you deem as okay for me to be at, as in weight? BMI wise, I'm still high because of my height. I have to be careful with my sugar levels. I've got to make sure that the adipose tummy fat is lower, because this is where my problem is. This is why my glucose levels went up, because of the tummy fat. Even though I'm exercising, your body works in funny ways. And, if you're menopausal, you're going to see that hormone shift. I have friends on HRT at the minute because they're struggling. I'm like, what? If you need something, you've got to see the doctor. Don't not take things because you're looking online and they're saying it's not good for you. Could save your life, medication. I always look at being natural in certain ways, but I take medication. We need medication if it's going to improve your life for 6 months, 12 months. And then this is where we can do our inner work and write everything down and work on. We're growing all the time, whatever age we're at. We just grow and we learn, and then we preach to other people and tell people what we've done. Because the next person isn't where you are at, or you might have the next person might be further along their journey than you. When you care for yourself, you start to raise your standards. You change decision, and opportunities match that energy, because alignment creates attraction. Rest is productive when you are rebuilding yourself. Self-care is how you tell life you're ready for more. Your glow up starts internally. You're not falling apart, you're upgrading. Like I've said, spiritual growth isn't always crystals routines. Sometimes it's just having a rest, setting your boundaries, pulling back, choosing peace, choosing yourself again. And you're going to outgrade conversations and environments, because that's just who we are. We know ourselves. I think there's been a reel going around, and it was about a woman. She was sat at a table saying she'll know she'll never speak to that friend again because something's happened. You do that, you find that. And I have conversations with my friends and they say, I'm just not feeling those friends anymore, because when I go out, I just feel like the energy's different. And you was probably different back then when you went out. This is just a scenario. Because you might not be a drinker anymore. You might not be into doing the things you want to do. For me, I'm not into drinking heavily. I like to relax. I like to work on me. Every day I work on me. This week I'm upping my self-care, my face, putting some tan on. I'm doing all the things that I want to do. Doing my feet. I'm not missing any corners. I'm like my eyebrows, feet, skincare, hair care. I bought some new products. I am a hair done, and I've got this treatment for my hair, because I've lost a lot of hair. So I'm working on me and building that back up, because I can let my hair get me down, but I've still got hair, so I can't be ungrateful. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I'm seeing changes. My hair's coming back a little bit, but it's had a good cut. It's what it's needed. But my hair will get back to normal because I'm eating better now. My nutrients. When you lose a lot of weight quick, I think that's when you see those changes to your body. And my skin changed, but I'm toning back up. I'm taking supplements. So it's just thinking about what you can do to improve your life and make it better. And let me know what you do on a daily. Do you work on your self-care? Do you work on you? Are you a bit guilty of just leaving, yourself go a little bit? We have got time to work on us. People say, I haven't got time. I'm like, hey, hold on. Like, if I could spin 100 plates, yes, you could do it. Because what it is, I don't think people realise we can time block. We can outsource. We can find pockets of time without the day. Because we're on our phone a lot, scrolling, where we don't need to be. Years ago, we didn't have all that, did we? I was thinking about a time when I didn't have my phone. I had a phone, but it didn't have internet. And I used to watch box sets. And I used to spend a lot of time doing my hair and makeup and skincare. Because we can go back to old times in a way. But we're so distracted with it out, the noise on the outside. We're scared of missing something. But I'm just watching people online last week, people in business that I know, and they've just got all sorts going on, doing this, doing that. I was exhausted looking at it all, and I'm thinking, should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? And I'm like, no, Linz, just have a minute. So I give myself a little talking to, and I'm like, no, I'm having an easy month. I'm going to relax at night. I'm going for a spa soon. I'm having another photo shoot with Kimmy. We've hired somewhere, and we're going to have a little fun day doing some photos, aren't we, Kimmy? Kimmy, we're listening. And we're going to the spa 2 days before, so that'll be nice. We're going to re-energise ourselves, and that's what it is. It's about just spending a bit of time on you. I'm spending this last month I've spent on me and looking after me, because there's something inside me saying, Linz, look, work on you, give yourself some TLC and be kind to yourself, and that's what it is all about. So anyway, I best go. Anyway, have a great day and send me some feedback. Don't forget to share the podcast. If you've not bought my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood, I would appreciate the support. You can get it on Kindle. It's like £2.29. So you can just put it on your phone and have a read. And yeah, and if you download it, you put it into Word, you can actually read it out aloud through that. So that's quite good. That's a good tip. So anyway, happy manifesting, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now. If you're feeling called to go deeper, to align more, create more, and really step into that next version of you, you'll find everything you need in my link tree. From my book, Manifesting Through Motherhood, to powerful resources and ways we can work together. It's all there waiting for you. Come and find me on Instagram or Facebook. I love hearing what landed with you. Don't forget to follow the podcast, and if this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who is on their own journey too. And happy manifesting.